So I felt the need to make a video this morning about my experience as a CNA. And a lot of things I see in healthcare in my CNA position. I have really learned a lot, more so about human behavior in the past, from 2018 on up. Man, listen, I remember there was a time people really made fun of CNAs. Healthcare did not have value for a CNA. They pay CNAs the lowest wages possible. Didn't really see their worth. Society didn't see their worth. Regardless of the title, a CNA is a healthcare professional. And whoever a CNA is need to, for one, take their title serious, take their job, their position, their skills, all that shit very seriously. Okay? Some people just come into it for the money. But you really have to have a heart to do this type of work. You dealing with all types of people who got all types of illnesses. You got to be mindful that, some of these people are at the end of their life. Some people are living with regret and things of that nature. So you got to be sensitive towards the patients. Like, I've had to learn to not take things so personal with patients. I'm going to give an example. This year, I look at my life this year versus the 2018 when I first started doing this type of work. Last week I had this one patient who everybody in the facility, even the DON, everybody warned me about this one particular patient. She kind of had like mental issues. She was going through a lot. I always get the real combative patients. And I'm thankful for it. And the reason why is because this lady, I think a lot of people don't take the time to get to actually know people, and they don't, I don't know. But I really took the time to know her and talk to her. I told her about myself, kind of basically gave her a little background history of, healthcare, how long I've been working in healthcare, and my family and that type of thing, my background, where I came up from. Now, I listened to her. I actually took the time to listen to her. Now, at first, when she first met me, she was, skeptical. She was ready to treat me like anybody else. But I had worked with her for about a week, right? And she started opening up and talking to me. And she was telling me that a lot of those people in there don't treat her with respect. Like, she really, with so many words, she was saying basically she hated the fact that she was in the position where she had to be bedridden, because she herself was also a CNA, right? So she did this type of work. And matter of fact, she actually taught me something that I didn't know, a little hack in CNA work. So I was thankful for that. But what she went on to say was, they act like that they might not be the one laying in this bed in the future. They ain't got no respect. And I believe her, because I've seen CNAs treat their patients like nothing, or they taunt them or, stuff like that. Man, you got to get old one day. You better thank God, man. Whoever you are, I don't care what your profession is, you better be thankful that your motherfucking ass can walk, you could talk, you could communicate your needs, your desires. You could actually fix things yourself. Imagine needing to poop and you could not physically get up and go to the bathroom and you got to poop and you at the mercy of somebody else changing you, cleaning you up. That shit is real. So one, we really should be thankful for all of our functions. The fact that you can actually feel when you need to use the bathroom is a gift within itself. Just be humble and thankful. People don't take things personal. CNAs don't take it personal when you're dealing with a combative patient. Because one, this is outside of healthcare, outside of a job. When you are grounded in yourself, outside shit really should not be able to faze you. You understand? Yeah, you're a human, you have emotions. I'm not going to really try to tell people how to manage their emotions. However, try to have, empathy. Try to see things from somebody else's perspective. Imagine you was the one laying in that bed at the mercy of somebody else. Imagine you ring the call bell for help. And then they be like, I'll be back. And 2 hours later, they ain't back. Type shit. All right. The next thing. This is me on my soapbox. Working for an agency, people need to realize CNAs that are part of healthcare agencies that come to facilities to fulfill shifts are a blessing. Understand that facilities, and this is for all these permanent employees at these facilities, realize something. Y'all are not enough. You're not enough. If you were enough, you wouldn't need us, right? But because you're not enough and you have not enough CNAs to the patients, in other words, the ratio is off, then we are y'all saving grace, which is why they pay us more. Why? Because we're like, let's see, what EMS would be to somebody who's, having some health issues that need immediate care. We're not employed by your facility. And because you have adapted to the ways of the facility, you're mad when we're doing the same exact job as you and getting paid more. And what I never understood is why these CNAs from facilities who chose to be a permanent employee at a facility chose to dedicate years to a facility that's paying them the bare minimum, and that's their comfort zone. And they turn around and be mad at us because we stepped out of our comfort zone and realized the opportunities were better. See, I like feeling needed in my career. You understand what I'm saying? It puts me at an advantage. So these CNAs and nurses of these facilities that are permanent employees, somehow they cite themselves to believe that they are our supervisors, right? So they'll go behind us and try to micromanage us. Let me tell you something. I can't express enough how much of a loner I am, how much of a person that I am that appreciates solitude, a person that is capable of working by myself without the help of another CNA. I've learned how to manage to do that, okay? Survival of the fucking fittest up in this bitch. So, if I need help, I'm never too proud or too boastful to ask for help. Never. Sometimes we deal with geriatric patients who just weigh a little bit more than the average person. So there are times when we need to transfer them or change them that I'm going to need to assist. I'm never too proud to ask for assistance, okay? And I'm never too proud or too much into solitude that I can't offer a helping hand. However, I don't appreciate people coming behind me and checking behind me as if. Now, if I turn around and did that to you, which I don't have that kind of time on my hands to do my job and yours. And the crazy thing, if I'm talking to you, listen up, okay? Listen with your ears and your brain. All right, sweetheart? Trying to attempt to do my job and yours is not going to get you a raise. Attempting to do my job and yours is not going to get you time and a half pay. You're not going to get paid doing twice the work. You're going to get paid your same regular bare minimum ass wage to attempt to do my job and yours. I used to be pissed the fuck off about that. But then I said to myself, maybe, just maybe, this is the universe's way of giving me a break. Because they see how hard I go and say, well, they'll use anybody they choose to give me a little break. So if you want to do my job, since you know my job so well, be my guest. But guess what? At the end of this shift, I'm still going to get paid whether you did my job or not. So unless I ask you for your help, stay in your lane. Or feel free to pick up and do part of my job. I'll move on to the next patient. But see, a lot of y'all who are so stuck in your ways, y'all pissed the fuck off because you don't know how to step outside your comfort level. You mad. So what y'all like to do, y'all like to try to make agency look bad. Because you mad we getting paid more than you for doing the same job. But a lot of y'all end up digging y'all own grave. And you know the irony of all of this shit is that 3 years from now, you'll probably be on that same damn job, being the same miserable motherfucker, and those people that you've been picking on for years are probably nurses now, end up being your motherfucking supervisor. Like, just imagine you giving an aide hell from agency. She go back to school and become a nurse, come back and she on the shift, and now you under her, you under her tutelage, you under her supervision. Karma's a bitch. Don't take your frustrations out on a next CNA because you chose to be a stagnant motherfucker. Because you chose to sit in complacency. Because you I don't know. Anyway, your problems ain't my problems. Okay? Dear CNAs, you don't have to stop at CNAs like your grandma and your auntie and your mama did. You understand? You can actually, once you become a CNA, you can get your Med Aid and Med Tech certifications. The Med Aid certification here in North Carolina is a 24-hour course, and you take the state exam, and now you're a medication aid. But also, a part of that is like maybe a 3-4 part step. You also have to actually pass out medications and get signed off by an RN. Okay, you ain't got to stop there. Then you got medication, med techs. Med techs are for adult care homes, okay? This is something a CNA, a PCA, somebody can do. Med tech, you don't have to stop there. You can also get your CNA too, which means that you'll be doing more invasive procedures such as Foley care, insertions of Foleys, trach care, wound care, that type of thing, more invasive things. So with each certification, it ups your pay. And now they have agencies that you can do travel and medication aid, travel and CNA too, whatever the case is. Now, one common misconception that I had before I became a CNA 2 was that a CNA 2 is a whole total separate category from a CNA 1. And that's quite the contrary. You're still doing CNA 1 stuff. You just have a certification to do extra skills. Okay? So, yeah. So instead of sitting up here trying to micromanage a CNA that's getting paid way more than you, why don't you reevaluate your whole life and your career and realize the power of choice, okay? Instead of trying to make other people's life hell because of your piss poor choices. I hope you figure it out. I really do. Because healthcare needs good, able-bodied, mentally sound healthcare professionals, okay? All right. End rant. Peace, y'all. Food for thought.